Welcome back to Engine Empire. Today we're diving into one of the wildest hot hatches on the planet, the 2026 Honda Civic Type R. If you love razor-sharp handling, turbo power, and a cockpit that feels like a race car you can daily drive, stay locked in, because this one is special. Let's start inside, because the Civic Type R is all about making you feel like a driver, not just a passenger behind the wheel. Open the door and you're hit with those iconic deep bolstered sport seats. They're wrapped in grippy material with aggressive side support so you stay planted when you're pushing hard through corners. The red accents, contrast stitching, and Type R logos remind you this isn't a regular Civic. The driving position is low, almost like a proper sports coupe, with a thick, leather-wrapped steering wheel that feels perfect in your hands. In front of you, you get a fully digital instrument cluster with a track-focused layout. Switch into the aggressive drive modes and the display changes to show a big central tachometer, shift lights, lap timers, and performance data so you always know what the car is doing. The center of the dash is clean and horizontal, giving great visibility. A large touchscreen infotainment system sits in the middle, with support for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a premium sound system, and performance apps that let you monitor boost, temperatures, and G-forces. The cabin materials are way better than you'd expect from a hardcore track car. Soft touch surfaces, metal pedals, a solid metal shift knob, and plenty of red detailing create a serious, but still daily usable environment. In the back, you still get usable rear seats, so you can bring friends along for the ride, and a practical hatch area for luggage or gear. That's the magic of the Type R. Race-ready attitude, hatchback practicality. Now let's talk power and performance, because this is where the Civic Type R really flexes. Under the hood sits a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, tuned by Honda's performance engineers to deliver serious punch. Expect power in the neighborhood of the MID 300 horsepower range, with strong torque coming in low thanks to that turbo. What matters most is how it delivers that power. Smooth, linear, and always eager to rev. Honda's VTEC and turbo tuning combine to give you a strong surge from low RPM, then a hard pull all the way to redline. Power goes to the front wheels through a 6-speed manual transmission only. No automatic, no paddle shifters, just pure driver engagement. The shifter throws are short, direct, and satisfying, with rev match downshifting available to keep things smooth when you're braking hard into a corner. If you're a purist, you can turn the rev match off and heel and toe yourself. A limited slip differential up front helps put the power down, minimizing wheel spin and torque steer, and letting you drive hard out of corners without the car fighting you. The suspension setup is one of the biggest secrets to the Type R's speed. Adaptive dampers constantly adjust to the road and your driving style. In comfort mode, the car softens up enough for daily commutes, absorbing bumps and staying relaxed. Switch to Sport or the most aggressive track-focused mode, and everything tightens. The steering gets heavier, the throttle response sharpens, the exhaust note gets louder, and the car feels like it's locked onto the road. The balance between front-end grip and rear stability is dialed in so well that you can push with confidence. Big performance brakes with ventilated rotors and multi-piston calipers give you powerful, fade-resistant stopping power. When you're coming down from high speed, the pedal feels firm and consistent. Lightweight alloy wheels wrapped in sticky performance tires give you strong grip in corners and great feedback through the steering wheel. The chassis is stiff, the body is aerodynamically designed with functional vents, a rear diffuser, and a bold rear wing that isn't just for looks. It helps stability at speed and gives the Type R its unmistakable silhouette. On a twisty road or a racetrack, the 2026 Civic Type R is built to attack apexes. Turn-in is sharp, body roll is minimal, and the car rotates predictably. You can feel exactly what the front tires are doing, and the car invites you to push a little harder every lap. Despite being front-wheel drive, the balance and traction make it feel incredibly composed and confidence-inspiring. On the highway, it settles down, the engine cruises quietly in higher gears, and you remember this is still a Civic you can live with every day. Now, let's talk price and value. The 2026 Honda Civic Type R is expected to sit above the regular Civic lineup and above most normal hot hatches. You're paying for Honda's engineering, track development, and that special Type R badge. Depending on options, taxes, and your market, you're looking at a price that places it in competition with performance compacts and even some entry-level sports cars. But what you get for that money is a car you can drive to work during the week, then drive to the track on the weekend and absolutely tear it up without needing heavy modifications. Strong resale value and Honda reliability also help justify the price, making it not just a fun purchase, but a smart one for enthusiasts. So, who is the 2026 Civic Type R for? It's for the driver who wants a car that communicates, that rewards skill, and that still carries groceries or friends when needed. It's for someone who loves the idea of a manual gearbox in a world full of automatics, and who wants track-tuned performance without sacrificing the basics like comfort, tech, and usability. The Type R isn't just about numbers on paper, it's about the feeling you get every time you fire up that Turbo 4 and slot into first gear. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Honda Civic Type R, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss